I will say the Silicon Valley is where they make the boobies. That was my ad lib, and it's my proudest moment.
Did you have any other favorite lines?
In the second episode, I say the classic thing I say in every pool, which is this one of those pools where it turns purple if you pee? And then I look around and I say, I guess not.
How long did it take you to get into that makeup, Logan?
So I think about a week before Mason flew down to New Orleans, I had my first fitting. They greased me all up with Vaseline, and it was like 6 a.m. and it took hours to get that thing fitted. And I was wearing that in New Orleans heat for 3 days. I'm having flashbacks just thinking about it. There's 3 episodes of this one, and if you watch the third one, you can tell by the end of it, I'm like, Mason, I can't do another take, man.
There's a great running theme in the majority of Chubbies videos where by the end of it, everyone's mad at each other.
Okay. I thought you were going to say mad at Mason.
Wait, so you kept that on for 3 days?
No, every morning we would go back at like 6 a.m. and get it put back on.
I thought you were sleeping in this.
And it just happens that Mason grew up with Darla Eden, who won the Face Off, the special effects makeup thing, and lived in New Orleans.
Phenomenally talented. Yeah.
I'm just ballparking for, my own Halloween costumes. What did that cost us to do the prosthesis?
That would have costed a lot more.
Oh, for sure.
So legit. That was so legit.
I've worked with Darla recently, and because of that video, and she's legit, not cheap.
When I tell people about that video, and I was like, so I was wearing a prosthetic cargo shorts.
Fleshy.
They're just like, I cannot understand. And then you show them.
I also feel like the reference to True Life, I remember True Life being iconic.
Yeah.
Like, there were so many real episodes of that were just like very memorable.
In the later days of Chubby's videos, Mason would just show up with like 6 checked bags of props. But for this one,
so prop heavy.
For this one, he started mailing me basically my own personal Spencer gifts of like
dude.
fart loading t-shirts, blacklight stuff, but to my office. He didn't pay attention to whether it was prime or not. So for weeks after, we're just getting like Cindy Crawford pinup posters at the office, which I should have just put them all up back here before.
Yeah, dude. Shopping for Cargo Face was one of my favorite wardrobes to pick out.
There were so many things we'd make, and I'd be like, what are they talking about? Cargo Face? This is going to be so stupid. And then I saw it and I was like, whoa, that was not stupid. That was very
also,
good.
like, for the era, that was one of our most legit shoots.
So legit.
Right? I mean, like, it wasn't shot on a broken camera or an iPhone 11.
It also speaks to Mason's vision. Like, he sent me this email of like his outline for it and the video that he made with like a cargo shorts. Very low budget. And was like, so it's couldn't be like that, but you're the cargo shorts. And I'm like, I have no idea how this is going to shape up.
Logan is a phenomenal actor and improviser. We can't give Logan enough credit because you nailed that character.
It should be a show like that. There should be seasons of that.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's always helpful to have Mason and Phil feeding you lines, but I will say the Silicon Valley is where they make the boobies. That was my ad lib, and it's my proudest moment of all time. I tell my kids about that. So
where did the idea come from? Like, how did this start? Sounds like you had a sort of mock-up of it with a small video before you made it.
I had a pair of Abercrombie & Fitch cargo shorts, and like Tom had kind of communicated to me, go make funny videos. You have no budget or resources, get it done. And I don't know whose idea like making the cargo shorts talk was. I do remember cutting out like felt to put onto the cargo shorts.
There was a cargo face thing. Is that what this is?
Yeah, I turned
like
the pair
a
of shorts.
pocket would talk.
Yeah,
you do a talking cargo
like
short.
a marionette.
Yeah, put fishing string on the pocket so like the mouth opened. That was the origin. And then we thought, let's take this to the next level and actually have Logan embody. We called him Carl the Cargo.
I remember, Mason, you had this idea to do this like legit cargo man before we actually were in a position where we were going to go do it.
It was the idea that kept coming up.
It kept coming up, yeah.
We need a Logan.
Again, in like the running war on cargo shorts, this was the peak. This was the pinnacle.
For sure.
We couldn't have gone harder in the paint than this.
Logan, besides make it look like a wang. Did you have any other favorite lines from the shoot?
Well, in the second episode, I say the classic thing I say in every pool, which is this one of those pools where it turns purple if you pee? And then I look around and I say, I guess not. Which I still do. And then the house in escrow.
I'm glad you said that one. The house in escrow kills me. You guys ever been to escrow?
It's in California.
It's in California. You can come, but he can't.
Oh, and it's actually my mom's humble abode, and she's not even that humble.
Yeah. Oh man. And they make a great Jaeger bomb here.
That's
I
such a
still
good line.
say as far as
I just ran into the date in New
Oh,
Orleans.
really?
I just ran
No
into
way.
her on Mardi Gras Day. Yeah, she's doing great. You know, she's still in like doing community theater and stuff.
That was her big break.
They make the best Jaeger bomb here. It's a condition.